When installing underground conduits, several National Electrical Code, or NEC, sections apply. NEC Section 517.30c specifically addresses patient care areas within a building and mandates the use of metal pipe or mineral insulated cable. However, this section does not extend to underground installations. For underground applications, other NEC sections take precedence. Firstly, NEC Section 300.5 dictates the acceptable conduit types for underground use. It mandates that underground conduits must be made of rigid metal conduit, intermediate metal conduit, or Schedule 80 polyvinyl chloride, also known as PVC. The choice of conduit material will depend on factors such as soil conditions, potential for physical damage, and cost considerations. Secondly, NEC Section 314.17c emphasizes the importance of corrosion protection for metal conduits. Underground environments can be corrosive, and metal conduits are susceptible to rust and degradation. To mitigate this, the NEC requires that metal conduits be protected from corrosion using appropriate coatings or wrappings. The specific corrosion protection measures will depend on the soil conditions and the type of metal conduit used. Thirdly, NEC Section 300.3 outlines the requirements for trench depth and raceway installation. It mandates that conduits must be installed in a trench or raceway with a minimum depth of 18 inches below grade. This depth provides protection from physical damage and ensures that the conduit is not exposed to surface conditions. The trench or raceway should be properly prepared to provide a stable and supportive environment for the conduit. Fourthly, NEC Section 300.4g further reinforces the need for physical damage protection. It requires that conduits be protected from physical damage that could result from digging, backfilling, or other activities. Protection methods may include the use of concrete encasement, warning tape, or other physical barriers. The level of protection should be appropriate for the expected level of physical stress. Fifthly, NEC Section 300.3b addresses the potential for crushing of underground conduits. It requires that conduits be installed in a manner that protects them from crushing due to soil pressure or other external forces. This may involve the use of reinforced trenches, bedding materials, or other support structures. The specific measures will depend on the soil conditions and the weight of the overlying soil. Sixthly, NEC Section 300.15 emphasizes the importance of proper bonding to ground. It requires that conduits be properly bonded to ground to provide a safe and effective path for fault currents. Bonding ensures that any fault currents will quickly trip the circuit breaker, minimizing the risk of electrical shock or fire. The specific bonding methods will depend on the type of conduit and the grounding system used. In addition to these NEC requirements, it is important to be aware of any local electrical codes that may have additional requirements for underground conduit installations. Local codes may vary depending on the jurisdiction and may address specific environmental conditions or safety concerns. It is always advisable to consult with the local electrical inspector to determine if any additional requirements apply to your specific project. To summarize, when installing underground conduits, remember the following key points. 1. NEC Section 300.5 specifies the acceptable conduit types, including rigid metal conduit, intermediate metal conduit, and Schedule 80 PVC. 2. NEC Section 314.17c requires corrosion protection for metal conduits. 3. NEC Section 300.3 mandates a minimum burial depth of 18 inches. 4. NEC Section 300.4g requires protection from physical damage. 5. NEC Section 300.3b requires protection from crushing. 6. NEC Section 300.15 requires proper bonding to ground. 7. Always consult with the local electrical inspector to determine if any additional requirements apply. By adhering to these NEC requirements and consulting with local authorities, you can ensure that your underground conduit installations are safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable regulations. Remember that proper installation is crucial for the long-term performance and safety of electrical systems. Take the time to carefully plan and execute your underground conduit installations, and always prioritize safety. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards that are designed to protect people and property from electrical hazards. By understanding and following the NEC, you can help to ensure that your electrical installations are safe and compliant. In addition to the specific NEC sections mentioned above, there are other general requirements that apply to all electrical installations. These include requirements for overcurrent protection, grounding, and wiring methods. It is important to be familiar with these general requirements, as they can also impact underground conduit installations. Overcurrent protection is designed to protect electrical circuits from damage caused by excessive current. This is typically achieved by using circuit breakers or fuses. The overcurrent protection device should be sized appropriately for the circuit it is protecting. Grounding is designed to provide a safe path for fault currents to flow back to the source. This helps to prevent electrical shock and fire hazards. Grounding is typically achieved by connecting the electrical system to a grounding electrode, such as a ground rod or a water pipe. Wiring methods refer to the types of wires and cables that are used in electrical installations. The NEC specifies the types of wiring methods that are permitted for different applications. The wiring method should be appropriate for the environment in which it is installed. For example, underground wiring should be rated for direct burial. In addition to the NEC, there may be other codes and standards that apply to electrical installations. These may include state and local codes as well as industry standards. It is important to be familiar with all applicable codes and standards before starting any electrical work. Working with electricity can be dangerous. It is important to take precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock and other hazards. Always de-energize circuits before working on them. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and safety glasses. If you are not qualified to work on electrical systems, hire a licensed electrician. Electricity is a powerful force that can be harnessed to provide many benefits. However, it is also a potentially dangerous force that must be treated with respect. By following the NEC and other applicable codes and standards, you can help to ensure that your electrical installations are safe and reliable. The information provided in this narration is intended for educational purposes only and should not be considered as professional electrical advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical work or installations. Electrical codes and regulations can vary depending on location, so it is important to verify compliance with all applicable requirements in your specific area. Furthermore, it is essential to stay updated on the latest versions and amendments of the National Electrical Code, as it is subject to periodic revisions. These revisions may introduce new requirements or modify existing ones, and it is crucial to be aware of these changes to ensure compliance. Remember that safety should always be the top priority when working with electricity. If you are not comfortable or confident in your ability to perform electrical work safely, it is best to seek the assistance of a qualified professional. Improper electrical work can lead to serious injuries, property damage, and even death. So, prioritize safety and ensure that all electrical installations are performed by competent individuals who are familiar with the NEC and local codes. By taking these precautions, you can minimize the risks associated with electrical work and help to ensure a safe and reliable electrical system. Remember that electricity is a vital part of our modern lives, but it must be treated with respect and caution. With proper planning, installation, and maintenance, we can harness the power of electricity safely and efficiently.